Today we're going to take a look at the new features in the Garmin Alpha 200i. One of my favorite things about the 200i is that you can customize the top front buttons. So on the Alpha 200 you have 3 buttons across the front, and those can be used for stimulation, but they can also be customized for certain things that you like to do with a handheld. This allows you to avoid using the touchscreen. A couple of examples are you can move from the map to the compass, you can even mark locations. Pretty much any application that you can do with the 200i, you can program that to a button if you want to do that to bypass the touchscreen. Another new feature of the Alpha 200i are the side buttons. On the Alpha 100, we only have the 3 buttons across the top, and everything else has to be done from the touch screen. With the 200i, you now have side buttons. The side buttons allow you to raise and lower stimulation without having to use the touch screen. You can use the side buttons in the same way that we raise and lower stimulation with a standard e-collar. This avoids the touch screen and makes it a much more user-friendly and highly functional remote training collar. Another option on the side keys is it allows you to move through your top screen menus, and these are the menus that you have programmed for the front buttons, and so you can move with those once again without using the touch screen. A lot of folks were frustrated with the touch screen as far as being able to having to change things on the touch screen, and this allows you some ways to navigate the unit and use it with avoiding the use of the touch screen. Another new feature in the Garmin 200i is the main menu interface. So out of the box, you're going to have 12 main menu sections, and this is how you use the unit and how you select things. What's great about this is that with the new interface, you can easily remove or add functions to the main menu. This gives you the ability to customize the unit for the features that you use. One of the downsides of the Alpha product is that it can do an enormous amount of things. And while that's great, it can become very difficult to navigate through the screens. And so to make this easier, Garmin's given us the ability to just completely remove things from the main menu function. And that way, if there's a feature in there that you're not using it, all you have to do is just remove it from the main menu. It's still in the system, but it's out of your way. If you need it in the future, all you have to do is go in and re-add it to the main menu. But right now, just out of your way. It's a much cleaner interface. It's much easier for just the standard user to use this product for what it's intended for, which is training and tracking dogs. Another updated feature of the 200i is the compass screen. We've got several things in the compass screen now that we did not have in previous generations of this product. One of the things that I find to be really cool is that you now can show your vehicle in the compass screen. You can also show other handhelds in the compass screen along with the dogs that you are tracking. This is great for folks that don't like to use the map feature. In previous models, you could only see your vehicle and other handhelds on the map screen. Now, you can include them on the compass screen, and then you also have an option where you can show or not show, so that way you can move back and forth with these things if you need to. Another new feature in the compass is the ProView selection. ProView is just a different way to look at the compass screen. It comes from some of the technology that's been used in the watches and the Garmin 550 Plus, so it's a different way to look at your dogs. There's 2 ways to look at it. There's a 4-up screen, which allows you to see 4 dogs at one time. It will give you an arrow to show the direction that they are from you plus their distance. Or my favorite feature in it is the individual dog view. This is great for those of us that are looking for a bigger screen, easier to read. I love the individual dog view on it. You look down at your one dog, gives you an arrow, shows the direction that he is from you, tells you the distance. It's very easy to see without having to get your glasses out. Also included in the Garmin 200i is the inReach satellite communication. inReach Satellite allows you to communicate via text message in areas where you have no cell service. This is great for keeping up with your friends and family and letting people know where you are, and also if you need help in a minor situation, say car trouble. But it also has the ability to send an SOS, which gets you in touch with medical professionals in case of an emergency. This gives you the ability to give your location to someone, and if they need to come and get you, they'll send the helicopters. Another new feature in the 200i is how you keep up with the dogs and handhelds in your unit. A lot of us hunt with large numbers of folks, and we hunt with different groups at different times. Garmin has added a new feature called Groups, and what Groups allows you to do is take your friends and their dogs and manage them by putting them into folders, and then you can activate and deactivate a large number of dogs at one time. This is great if you hunt with a buddy and he's got a bunch of dogs and you want to be able to turn those collars on and off and track him while you're hunting together, and then when you're through, all you have to do is deactivate that group and it shuts them off in your handheld. It's a great way to keep up with large numbers of dogs, folks that hunt in clubs and just have a bunch of different people that they want to be able to hunt with and track their dogs. This is a wonderful way to manage that. Another great feature about the 200i is a bigger touchscreen. It's much larger than the previous generation model and is easier to read in daylight. Another cool feature in the 200i is the addition of help menus. In almost every one of the menu selections, Garmin now has a help section where you can read about that menu. If you need to make a change to something, the information is built into the system. Another new addition to the Garmin 200i is the competition timer. This is designed for folks that are running in hound events and they need to set timers and have multiple timers running at the same time. It's all built into the unit and you can keep up with everything from your handheld. Perhaps my favorite addition to the Garmin 200i is Wi-Fi. The 200i now is Wi-Fi compatible. You can set it up on your Wi-Fi, and this is great for two things. It gives you the ability to download bird's eye information from your Wi-Fi. You don't have to connect to a computer. It also allows you to update the software on your handheld via Wi-Fi. Once again, no need to connect it to your computer. You can do everything through your home Wi-Fi. Another new feature in the Garmin Alpha 200i is the training setup page. It's a much easier interface. It allows you to look at all your dogs on one spot and make changes much quicker than having to go through each individual dog. And that's everything that's new in the Garmin Alpha 200i.